Alright, here we go in 3, 2, 1, and boom! Alright, so today for a change, as you can see, we have an environment around here, around me. I'm no longer a floating being in the space, although I guess we are at the end of the day. But anyways, we are here in my setup here for working on this rig builder and on the facial rig of Bob. Look at him. Now he's here by my side. Does it make any difference? No, of course no. He's still spinning. He's still beautiful. And he's still permanently with his mouth open waiting for his first speech. That being said, we are going to be taking comments and we are also going to be working on the computer. So I'll first do a quick change here. So I'll come, oh, that's not what we need. This is what we need. And then I am going to remove this background. Then there we go. Yeah, next time it will be more fluid, I guess. This time I had a little bit of a hiccup there. But anyways, now here we are, floating in space as we are always. And this is the 35th time that we are sculpting this blend shape, or that we're working on this rig and in this blend shapes. Guess what? This is going to be an infinite process, and we're going to be working on this for a while. If you are here for the first time, or if you're watching this later, buckle up for this infinite trip and let's keep going. If you want to leave a comment, as usual, drop a comment here by my side and we will be talking. And yeah, I guess this is a Friday, so I'm not even expecting anyone to be joining, to be honest. But since you're here, might as well just work a little bit. Bob, always here, always glad that you are here helping me out. And yeah, so let's go. So now I have the camera in a bit of a different position this time. The camera is up above me, and I hope that helps me to keep myself a little bit more in the frame, and also helps a little bit with everything. So yeah, making some experiments, and yeah, actually not too bad. That being said, let's keep going. So I have my Cintiq here on the bottom. That's what I'm going to be using to sculpt blend shapes and to check the work. And let's go. So the goal right now is to have all of the shapes here of the face, of the eye, sorry, set, so that we can then move on to separating the shapes. And I'm also going to be probably frequently checking my own eye here as a reference. Sometimes I have references from Melinda also as well. I'm checking here, like it definitely moves like a lot. So yeah, that's what we need here to make it a little more natural. So I am going to just check out here the keyframes, and I'm going to start making this so that we have this area of the cheek here also moving just a slight bit here, so that yeah, it is actually already moving a little bit, but I don't know, it feels like it needs a little more. I don't know if that's something that is in my head. Just gonna check the clusters now to see what am I dealing with. Where have I stopped? So this is this one is just the corner of the eye. And to be honest, I'll actually be renaming these guys as well, so that we can keep track of whatever it is that we are doing. So I know now then that the 13th is the corner of the eye. So I'm gonna go here, eye squint. Oh, and it's also great that the camera is no longer in front of the screen, so that's already a plus as well. So it's going to be eye squint, inner corner. Well, also inner corner. Cluster. Okay, so the 13th is this. This is the lower. Let's put it like lower lead. Say volume. CLS. And then, oh, and I also need to say what is this related to, and this is the eye squint. Is this how you write squint, by the way? Squint. And also, oh, it's lid tightener actually, so it's not what I was looking for. So it's lid tightener. Yeah, that's what's going to be called here. So if you're coming in just now, welcome. Happy Friday. We are working on some of the eye shapes here. I'm just renaming here. So it's I just forgot the name. Lid tightener. Tightener. Is it how I write it? Oh my god. Lid tightener. Yeah, just checking how I write it, and I'm writing it wrong. So yeah, getting ready for a weekend with the family, and making some decisions also regarding the future of this this live streams, and how are we going to proceed moving forward. And you know, there's always stuff to figure out. It's awesome to be working here, sharing knowledge, something that I enjoy a lot, and something that gives me energy to keep moving, even when sometimes I'm not even like feeling much like continuing. So yeah, it gives us some energy to move. Let's see how the future is going to be, but I'm constantly thinking of like how to improve. And to be honest, I know it's an interesting topic, but it is also a very technical topic, so it's hard to expect that, like, what we have on the internet. You can see if you start searching for rigging content or even facial rigging for that matter, or even like meta-human stuff, the most amount of views you usually see is like from 20,000 to I don't know, sometimes, you know, if you see 30,000, it's too much. So then you're faced with a kind of a question in life, which is whether the channel should grow with by differentiating content, or if you should just stick to what you're doing. And but yeah, there's other types of content that can be produced as well, such as content about as we are always speaking here, like content about the industry and how to grow your career, how to grow your portfolio, stuff that people are always interested in. Or sometimes people are not don't even know who to reach out to get this question sorted. So there's also news. There's a bunch of software being released constantly. There's reactions. So there's a bunch of cool content that is published in 3D, such as there's, for example, I was thinking of there's this guy, this Xanadu, that made some amazing content using metahumans, and he's creating some cool stories with his CG character and posting it in on YouTube, and he is able to do the whole production by himself. So that's a good thing to, it's a good kind of content to react to and to give my thoughts as a professional. Who knows who would be interested in such a great amount of bullshit, right? But anyways, it's something fun to react to. There's also many other facial rigging projects out there, such as Lil Michaela, for example. Seems like a pretty interesting thing to talk about. This could be some sort of new content that would be coming into the streams or into the channel, and this might be the future. But for that also come with great intentions or great will comes a lot of work. So that's a thing that you always gotta keep in mind. There's a lot of work already in my current studio. There's infinite amount of work in the studio. There is infinite amount of life on this project, or infinite amount of work on this project alone. And yeah, who knows, right? So I want to make it feel here like we have the skin sliding just a tidy. Also, sometimes the music's in the background and I have no idea. I'm focused on the things that I'm doing and I have no idea what's going on. So it's kind of weird though. Let me check what I have in my list currently. Let me listen to my list for a bit. So this is Epidemic Sound. And I actually said that I was going to use the tablet, but I was clicking with the mouse like a maniac. This is a rigger mania. So yeah, if you are watching this in the future or on the present, let me know how you feel about this new camera angle here. A little bit up, and maybe puts me a little bit more into the frame. And hey, Helmash, how's it going, man? Nice. Good to see some friends here as usual. Hope you're doing great, man. Have a good day or good night. And yeah, here we are back again. So we are here working on this eyelids, and I hope that right now in a few minutes we start wrapping this up. I just have this lid tightener here left, and we're going to start to do some coding back again. And yeah, let me see if I can get a pinch of brightness in the camera right now. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, all good. So yeah, we have this lid tightener that is on its way here to finishing. Yeah, it feels like it's sliding a little bit more now. This is it's kind of a squint, like kind of an eye squint. And now it does feel like it is getting a little bit of the... So it has to move some amount here on the corner, on the sides as well, and it is moving, so... Yeah, maybe this area here is too dead, I don't know. I'm trying to use my own face as a reference sometimes. But yeah, there's definitely some, like right on the side of the eye here, like on the lacrimal. There's definitely some. I'm also checking references from Melinda Ozzo here, which I will bring to the center here. So this is her lid razor. Yeah, this is the eye squint. And there's kind of little movement here on the inner corner, but there is some. It's mostly here. Here seems like there's some compression here. I think it's too far off. I just feel like there's something that needs to come to life a little bit. But anyways. Yeah, definitely this area here is way too dead. So I want to check, so the 11th, what is it about? So it's this is the lower lid, so it's, let me just change the name here, lid tightener. This is lower lid cluster. This is probably the top lid or the upper lid. So maybe I made a mistake. Lower lid. Oh, this is not the lower lid. So this is upper lid, outer. This is the lower lid, so the upper lid must be this guy here, so cluster 10. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm constantly trying to figure out how to improve the content here, and yeah, this is obviously upper lid here. Improving the setup here, but the most challenging thing is to keep up with coming up with interesting stories for the friends that show up every once in a while, and giving content some value on the content, right? Of course, working is also the approach that I choose, because I feel like you gotta be, at least for me, I have to try to push something different, right? And I've done tutorials in the past, and it's a pretty cool experience to have, like creating these tutorials. You definitely learn a lot, though the content is more of something that you already have sorted out at the time that you are publishing. So it's good, you're going to definitely learn, but the process of, at the same time, the time that you're investing into creating this tutorial is the same time that you would have to try to create something that actually is pushing your techniques ahead, right? Getting your techniques forward. So this is the preferred approach, but also I'm constantly, so I'm thinking of new techniques that I would like to add to the mix as well. So I love facial rigging a lot. There's something also that it's been on the back of my mind, and I'm suffering there not being able to jump right into it because I want to finish this project. But the machine learning thing and computer vision. So I was thinking of trying to integrate machine learning and machine vision to this project later on. So using OpenCV and I forgot the other package name that you can use to read. I think it's almost 248 landmarks on the face, and then we should be able to detect the differences in position of the points for each of the, so whatever expression you're doing, it should change the point. So I'm not fully aware of how it works yet, but I'm assuming you can query that frame by frame and just compare information. And I know that there's plenty of tutorials online where we can detect expressions and even sign language. So I'm assuming that using then Qt, we would be able to open a window inside of Maya that would pop up the webcam, and the same webcam that we're using on the stream, we would then maybe be able to inside of Maya read this facial landmarks, and who knows, maybe even transfer this landmarks into the rig, or like use this system to drive the face. It seems like something that it may be a little complex, or I don't know, or not complex, but it seems too good to be truth or too easy to be truth. But it's something that I'm interested in, and we might be moving forward in that direction, given that it is such a hot topic and it's not going to, it doesn't seem to me that it's coming back anytime soon in the like to what it was before, right? So yeah. Okay, I'm feeling a little better with this situation here, but I still feel like it needs a little more life here. And yeah, so there's too much stuff going on in the world right now in terms of technology. It just feels like you cannot even sleep because you're losing whatever changes is happening. You know, like, it's just like the whole meta-human thing, and it just feels like, you know, it's very hard to keep up, but at the same time, that's how it goes, right? If the technology doesn't expand, we are also not going to get new opportunities. So it's hard. I mean, it's challenging, right? But if we're able to keep testing new stuff and getting better, definitely the future holds interesting opportunities in these areas of technology and Python and machine learning. It's a thing that is happening. I cannot speak much, but it feels like even or especially at work, machine learning is starting to take a bigger responsibility in the pipelines, and but as much as as much as there is a great opportunity there, there's also very little people that knows how to do it. So this is also something interesting to have in mind, because what I see is that there's a huge opportunity there, and especially I've seen recently like this new way of evaluating. I cannot speak too much, it's proprietary stuff, but just to see that someone is applying it, it's just amazing. So there's so much room for, like, when you see tutorials for the TensorFlow, or I don't know, like PyTorch, I believe is the other one, that can be applied, could be taken more advanced. So it's capable of doing so much, and yet we're not even looking at it. And then I don't know, whoever figures it out, it's going to have a great advantage. And oh, that's why I'm not being able to see it. It's not updating. This is an issue. Maya caches whatever BlendShapes is, whatever we modify. Okay, so yeah, now you can see that it's just a little bit here, but it's making so much difference for me, because it just feels like it's a little bit more alive, you know. And maybe it's even too much there, but it's such a detail thing. Yeah, maybe it's good enough, if you want to know. Like now, maybe here, because to be honest, I have done like eyes before with joints, but I don't know if that I've ever saw the demand for eye squint. It's quite interesting if you ask me. I don't know how that would actually work. So the lower lid definitely needs a little volume as well. I feel like it's a little too dead. On the blink. And the stop portion, you know, like when it's closed, you can see that there's some stretching of the texture. We have a texture, so this is all on the normal map. If you turn on just the standard here, you can see that there's not much here. So when you get the final version, we're gonna be transitioning between one map to the other. Hopefully, maybe I'll tackle that. I'm not gonna make promises here, but so okay. Let me check my own eye here. Sorry guys, I'll throw my face on the camera again. I'm just trying to see like if there's any movement on the lower lid. But there is, it's very little. So I actually use glasses, if you guys don't know. So I'm using contact lenses at the moment, and when I do this, it's quite hurtful. Because actually, after an entire day of work, plus streaming with some bright lights in my face, my eyes are quite suffering right now. But this one is good. Sounds like a little bit like a Narcos. trying to give it a little bit of life here by pulling it, you know. It's very, very little. Yeah, so now it's like I'm getting into sort of a detail. So we're closing up the eye movement. So the details now is the name of the game. And I am being very stubborn in using the mouse right now. Oh my god. Yeah, so let's see. Maybe that I'm pushing it up here, but maybe that's not the case even. Oh, there's also the fact that it's not updating. So while I subdivide it, I'm gonna go for my own eye again. Yeah, you can see that the lacrimals here, they do open, like they do spread a little bit, so it's not, it doesn't keep the lacrimals shape, the caruncles. Sorry. All right, so oh, my face on the screen. Yeah, I feel like it's a little better. We got movement in most of the parts, but I do feel like this area here in particular is too stretched out and is moving up like too much with the rest. I feel like it needs to go up at least in a different rate. So I'm going to just use like a scale here and scale it by, I don't know, 90%. So scale is going to, yeah, you know what it does. As long as it doesn't destroy my. Is it lagging? Push my computer. Thanks. Why though? I don't get it. All of a sudden, oh, I know what it is. It is now subdivided to the very maximums. That's why it's sucking big time. Much better. Right now I feel like it's yeah, I feel like it's better. Now we have a little bit of movement here. I'll also add a little bit of movement to this part here. be a add. Very, very tiny amount there because I just need to kind of bring it to life a little bit. So my playlist is done, and yeah, let's go for something else. So what do we need? We have some trending electronics here. Could be cool. Bunch of stuff with voice now. No. Let me show you what I'm seeing here. I'm checking my Epidemic Sound account here. Go for moods or genres, and I want to go with how about funk? What do we have on funk right now? Let's see popular funk. Too bad. Nice, a little bit more movement there. Yeah, look at the amount of clusters moving at the same time. It's kind of nice, right? All right, so there's just one other thing that I want to do here. And that is to add, I'm gonna use also the like lower lid volume here for this guy as well. Just try to give it just a little bit more movement here. I feel like it's way too dead in this sense. And then just a little bit. Explode this into the tangent linear. Let's see if it looks a little better. I feel like it's going to add a little bit. So this is one of the shapes that comes with, and this is kind of a problem because I can see that it's very linear right now. So first of all, it's curling in, so it's pretty weird. But it's mostly because it is going from like open to closed. So I may have to add an in-between later, but for now, it's going to be like this. It's funk now. Okay, so time's flying. We have 42 minutes of streaming already on a Friday night. Happy Friday, people! Happy Friday! Hooray! Grab a beer, pop up the champagne. It's Friday today. you can relax and check some internet with some crazy videos on YouTube, have fun with your friends and family, and you can go to a nightclub if you want, or you can be with us. You can be here watching some facial rigging live on YouTube in 2K with some of the best comments on the internet, some by Amash, some by Phoenix Studios, some by many other participants of the stream. The music makes such a difference, right? Right, I think it's not too bad if you ask me. So, first of all, I'm going to save this. Winning hand. Happy running. Nice, I like funk, man. I think I got a new favorite here. Reminds me a little bit of Street Fighter or something like that, like a map that. Alright, so let's, I guess, duplicate these shapes and deal with it. Alright. Yeah, I don't see a reason why we shouldn't be. I'm probably gonna be going all the way through like 1 hour of stream. And hopefully I can get off of its eye shapes once and for all. This is eye right. I'm gonna go with 5. Nice blend shape target. This is going to be I look right. Good. eyes. Right. So now I'm just duplicating the mesh here and starting to organize this. Nice, look right here, or look left, sorry. Nice. Look down here. Nice. Look up here. Nice. Closed. Geo. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Just figured what kind of songs we're gonna be listening on the stream. It's gonna be funk, baby. Got eyes closed. Nice. Upper lid razor. Yeah. Eyes. Lid tight. Nice. That's nice. All right, so now we need to add this into a new mesh and start to like mirroring and getting this to work on both sides. Actually, yeah. And that's what I call a full-blown song. So just checking here some stuff that came up. Sorry about that. Let's keep moving. That's why I do it live, because I cannot stop to check useless stuff. All right, we got it all. So let me duplicate this mesh here. So I'm thinking now, how am I going to progress with this now? Because as we start to move now, what's going to happen is, in order to be able to rebuild this, what we need then is to, let's talk to Bob here. Hey Bob, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you what's up. So the thing is, we're making this plastic surgery, or to get your expressions, right? So we're sculpting your eyelids right now, and this challenge that we are facing next is that we need to rebuild it, right? We need some standards here on how to rebuild this process. So the way I'm figuring it, or the way I'm thinking about it, is we need to export this .shapes file and have it inside of your project folder. So this way we can have it brought back in, and then on the script we're just going to tell it how to connect. So we're going to tell this is what I'm thinking, right? If you're thinking something different, please let me know, man. We're here working together and trying to figure out this problem. So that's the way I'm thinking right now. So we have the eye controls, and then what we can do is we can make the script, the action stack, actually connect the controls of the eye with the targets of the blend shapes that we are going to already have the names stored in sort of a dictionary or something like that. What do you think, man? And then we can create some set-driven keys, for example. What do you think? And with the set-driven keys, then we can specify like the specific angle that we want to be fully activated, and when we want it to be deactivated, and also the interpolation method. What do you think? Is this something that you think is going to work? Ah, man, I love when you do this face. It's certainty, full certainty that it's going to work. So let's keep going. If Bob approves it, let's keep going. That's what we were talking about with him right now. We have the targets here already, so we can start to observe. So this is the targets that we sculpted so far. I look left, I look right, I look left, I look down, I look up, eyes closed, lid, upper lid razor, lid tightener. So those are the shapes that we have right now. So this is now duplicated and inside of a group here, and then what we're going to do is add business targets to this mesh. And the way we were talking about here with Bob is we're gonna add this as in this random mesh, which is going to be like a head model Geo3. It's the same base mesh as the mesh that we're actually using. So I feel like it's not going to be a problem if we export the .shapes file. And then with that, we might be able to rebuild it. And so I'm just going to save this file. This is going to be the working file that we're going to use to continue sculpting these blend shapes. And as we progress on the script as well, so I'm going on the script, then we're going to have the code to connect this stuff. But the main focus now is to get this first shapes here working and connected, so that we have a sort of a reference of how to do it, and it's going to help us do the same thing on the next targets, and also have in mind how can we do it so that the whole process comes more fluid. And I'm actually running on like what 5 hours of sleep today, so my brain is starting to melt right now. What time is it? 11:43. It's gonna hit 1 hour of streaming, and I'm going to start already considering to go. I mean, it's Friday, so I still need to party with the baby. And yeah, if you're watching this in the future, let me know how you feel about the camera as well. How do you feel about this a little bit? Like, it's a little bit on top now, the camera, so maybe I feel like it's a little better, but I may be wrong. Let me just type here. Yes, so that's what's going on right now. We're gonna add this as targets here to our mesh, and we are then going to check what do we still need to adjust in our blend shapes in order to get a proper movement. And we could actually just already I should delete the shapes now. Okay, so now we get them at, so look left. Now we can actually see what it's doing. Look right. Look down. Nice. Look up. Close. Upper list razor, and eye squint. So the eye squint is one that's going to be easy to mirror because it's just that simple. So I'm feeling like I need to do something like this. Because if I don't delete the targets, it's going to be trying to update the original targets, and we don't want that. So right now I'm going to be kind of experimenting with a few of the techniques. So I then need to do the mirror target. plus to minus. Yeah, not that hard, right? Nice. Pretty straightforward. Just mirror and that's it. Maybe we have a little bit of difference here. I don't know. But it does feel like a squinted eye, so it's not, I don't feel like it's terrible. Yeah, it does have something here on the corner that needs some adjustment. I wasn't really expecting it to be perfect at this moment. Yeah, it's different in many ways actually. Look at that. Select an edge in each base and what? Hold on a second. Let's go again. Select an edge on each base mesh. Let's see. Activate topological symmetry. Symmetry object X. That does make sense because it's not really symmetrical though. Then make an edge selection and okay, have at it. It's fine. It's good enough like this. Yeah, I think I may have screwed up this one. Holy smokes, this one is terrible. Yeah, this one is not too bad. Oh my god, this one's terrible. Alright guys, we're moving slowly but surely. I'm a little bit tired right now, so I guess I'm just going to call it a day. It's good enough. Thank you for Amish for participating. I know it's a Friday night, dude. What am I even thinking? And yeah, we made some progress today. We refined the shapes. I can see that it takes a lot longer than like 1 hour. You do a couple of shapes, but you do have to dedicate a lot of time to the steps. But it's also a very good learning process that it's going to add a lot to. I can imagine how much it's going to take. Yeah, thank you, Amish. You're a great companion, and yeah, it's going to be a step-by-step thing. The mouth shapes is going to be, I can even imagine how they're going to be, but at least I'm getting a little bit of the techniques better, and once this stage is done, then we're gonna have more broader understanding, and also it's gonna be just faster. My brain is not even working right now to speak words in English, so you know, that's how it is. Anyways, thank you, Amash. Thanks, guys. Thanks everyone that passed by the stream. This is the 35th stream. Bob, thank you so much, man. Great company as well. And yeah, let me get back here into my actual existing room. Bam, now it works. That's it. So if you passed by, or if you're watching this in the future, thanks for stopping by and for the interest in this completely weird topic, which is facial rigging and the techniques that involve that it covers, which is mostly in this particular technique that we're using is FX, sculpting blend shapes, and the techniques of rigging to automate the process of building this rig, which is related to the action stack, which is going to come next after we are done with sculpting these blend shapes, or even in this stage where we're finishing the eye shapes. We are now going to use these shapes to develop the technique to bring them back and connect them to controllers, and with that we're going to have more comprehension to move into the mouth, which is going to have a lot more shapes than that. That being said, this is Friday. Have a great weekend for you, your family, and your friends. It's just the way YouTube is, but you know what? If you're here, might as well subscribe, hit the like button, or whatever. Do everything that you can, that you want, and you have a great weekend. And I'll see you on the next stream. Cheers.